presidential address, that turned into an hour-long tete-a-tete.
Malacanang called off a scheduled presser by the chief executive and proceeded with a chit-chat between Duterte and his chief counsel, Salvador Panelo. And for the most part, the president talked about one of his staunch critics, Senator Antonio Trillanes. Jenny Dongon has the details.
President Duterte is standing by his earlier pronouncement that the amnesty granted to Senator Antonio Trillanes in 2011 is void. The commander-in-chief told presidential legal advisor Salvador Panelo in a one-on-one interview that Trillanes' amnesty is void ab initio, or in existence from the very beginning, because only former Defense Chief Voltaire Gasmin signed the paper. Duterte says that according to the Constitution, only the president has the power to grant amnesty.
If there's any pardoning or amnesty, may concurrence of Congress na. It could not be Gasmin concurring with Congress. It cannot be delegated to anybody but to the person of the president himself.
The two then discussed other aspects surrounding Trillanes' amnesty. At one point, the president said he's never done any move against the administration's critics.
You're focusing now more on the silencing your critics.
I have yet to hear. I have yet to sign anything ordering the arrest or the silencing of anybody in this government, especially the critics.
This, however, runs contrary to what Proclamation 572 is saying. The proclamation voiding Trillanes' amnesty, signed by the president himself, stated that the armed forces and the PNP are ordered to employ all lawful means to arrest Trillanes so he can be recommitted to the detention facility where he had been incarcerated for him to stand trial for the crimes he is charged with. The president then shifted the talk to supposed ouster plots against him, but still managed to mention Trillanes. Duterte says the CPP-NPA are conniving with Trillanes' Magdalo group to overthrow him from office.
Kung kayong mga sundalo, tignan ninyo maniwala kay Trillanes, go with them. I urge you to go to Trillanes. Go to them. On stage, a mutiny or revolution or whatever. You are free to do that. As a matter of fact, I am encouraging you.
The president says he is not afraid of any possible uprising.
Kung ayaw na ninyo, at tingin ninyo yung babae si Leni mas maganda, mas mahusay, edi tuloy ninyo Sige. Hinahamon ko kayo. Talaga. Kasi sawa na ako yung takot-takot. Ayaw ko ng ganon. Gawin na ninyo para matapos na. Talo-talo, di wala. Tatalon ako dyan sa Pasig River. Lalangoy ako doon. Pauwi.
Duterte then took the God gels for his trusted aide, Special Assistant to the President Bongo. Go and his family are in hot water after a report by the Philippine Center for Investigative Journalism bared that Go's father is among the top contractors of government projects in Davao. Duterte says Trillanes has no right to criticize Go. He hit Trillanes back, claiming that the senator's family had benefited from Navy contracts.
And ang problema kay Trillanes is that he is crucifying Bongo for entering into business with government. And there was a time in the Navy's history. Kayong mga sundalo, believe mo kayo ng Trillanes, di punta na kayo doon. Ang tatay niya nasa serbisyo pa. Siya nasa serbisyo na, sundalo na siya. Ang transaction yung karamihang supply sa Navy, ang nanay niya. Kung ayaw niyo maniwala, tanungin niyo yung Navy.
Duterte also defended the martial law in Mindanao and even touted its supposed gains.
It has lessened criminality by and large.
For News 5, Jenny Dongon, We Are One News.